Mailer examples. All right, so we're going to show you some real simple ones. With this course, you're going to get a handful of examples or documents that you can use, that you can take to a mail house, and that have made me a lot of money over the years, have made other investors a lot of money. These things are very time-tested products that you can easily make money with. You always want to start with the stuff that has a good track record, has worked many, many times. Now, once you get that working and you're making money with it, then feel free to try something different, something jazzy, something special. Maybe you want to throw a piece of candy in the envelope, whatever you want to do. You can get as crazy as you want with it once you're making money. But I always recommend, if you're new and you haven't done a bunch of deals, start with the things that have worked really well, because there's nothing like going out and running the lead perfect, building rapport and doing all this cool stuff, just to realize that you're not getting enough of those phone calls to close any deals because you sent out to the wrong list or you sent out the wrong type of mailer. So I always say start with something really simple. So we'll start with this one. This is the most simple one. It's called a yellow letter, and a yellow letter always says, "Dear, hi." It says, "Dear John, hi, my name is Michael and I want to buy your house at 123 Main Street. Please call me at 443, at the number." And it says, "Again, thanks again, please call me." Now, this is very common, and that's about as simple as it gets. The one that I like a lot if you're married is to say, "Hi, my name is Michael and my wife and I would like to buy your property at 123 Main Street. Please give me a call at this number. I'd be very interested in buying, and I am all cash and I can settle when you'd like me to settle. I can settle on your timeline," something like that, and just keep it really short and simple. The key to mailers is that we keep them so simple that it creates interest, because the purpose of this mailer is not to close a deal. It's not to do anything other than get people to call you. So if this thing creates enough curiosity, it will get someone to call you. What I've seen from results and from tracking, when I do a really professional letter with my company logo and I map out everything we do and how soon we can do it, it doesn't really leave any curiosity. And we've seen that they don't work very well when we do that. So when I say they don't work very well, it might be the difference in getting like a 4 or 5x return versus like a 7 or 8x return. So for me, anything that makes me more money, I always want to go with the best letter. The yellow letter has been crushing it for many, many investors for many years now. So keeping it really simple creates interest, gets people's attention, and will get them to call you. Now, sometimes they're going to probably call you and say, "Oh, I just was curious, like who you were," and you have to be okay with that, because the letter did its job. A lot of people would say, "Well, the random people are calling me. I want to be more specific so I don't have to take phone calls from people that don't want to sell me a house." Well, yes, you do actually, because see, you might get some people that don't want to sell you a house, but you also are going to get the people who do want to sell a house to pick the phone up and call. So you can't have your cake and eat it too. Unfortunately, you're going to get calls, and that if it's getting you calls, then it's doing its job. This is another example, and this is a postcard. "I want to buy your house at 123 Main Street. Please call me. Thanks, Andy." You can see this is really simple. What's pretty powerful about this is that it's very ugly handwriting with different colors. It looks like someone personally wrote this out, and this is something that the mail house can create for you. This kind of looks like an 8-year-old kid wrote this, and it very much stands out. So this is pretty cool. You want to use something like this. You can get this from different mail houses all ready for you to go. This is a postcard setting, so postcards do pretty well. In my personal opinion, locally in Baltimore, postcards don't perform as well as the yellow letters do. Now, I have friends in different states that are doing a ton of postcards and getting great results. So you always want to make sure that you test both, and then we do what's called an A/B test. You test them both and see which one's working best for you. So the key is, if we were doing a yellow letter, we might put one number on that and then put a different letter on the postcard, and then after a couple months of mailing them both to the same list, we might see which one actually got deals and which one got the most phone calls. And if they're pretty similar, then the postcard actually costs less. So we would like that, but if we find that the postcard is really not doing anything at all, then we'd want to get rid of it. Or if we find the postcard's doing really well and a lot better than yellow letter and costs less money, then we'd want to do more of what's working. And that's the key. We always want to figure out what marketing piece works in your market.